I believe that the time is coming for sand, and I believe that during the next bull run, sand could hypothetically and very well go to the price of at least $20. And even though that isn't financial advice, I want to explain several reasons why I believe that could happen during the next bull run. First of all, when we take a look at sand, what is it, right? Sand is the utility token that is used throughout the Sandbox ecosystem as the basis for transactions and interactions. And when I take a look at Sandbox as a metaverse, I do believe that it is very amazing. In fact, I do believe that it is one of the best metaverses out there. I think it's fun, I think it's exhilarating, and I think it's intuitive overall. Many metaverses out there are just not that good, but I think Sandbox is one of the best. Furthermore, I also do believe that Sandbox is fundamentally amazing. Sandbox currently already is involved with over 200 brands, which I think is very shocking. Sandbox also currently has over 400 partners, which include The Walking Dead, deadmau5, Steve Aoki, Atari, The Smurfs, Ubisoft, Tony Hawk, Gucci, and much more. When it comes to partnerships, I do believe that Sandbox is just on a league of its own, and I think it is a step above from the rest of the competition. Sandbox currently already has over 2.5 million wallets registered, which I think is a very shocking amount, and also on top that its utility token called Sand is already listed in over 20 major exchanges. And something that gets me very enthusiastic about the future of Sandbox is the fact that I do believe that the metaverse industry has such incredible potential. And there's data that shows how this could very well be the case. For example, according to Citi, they predict that the metaverse represents a potential $8 to $13 trillion opportunity by 2030 that could boast as many as 5 billion users. And I think that right there are some very insane figures. I think that, if anything, visualizes just how massive the metaverse industry could potentially be in the very near future. And I do believe that moving forward, as the metaverse industry continues to grow, I think so will fundamentally amazing projects that are focused on the metaverse industry, much like Sandbox. And something else that I think is important to note when it comes to Sandbox is the fact that they are a subsidiary of Animoka Brands. And when it comes to Animoka Brands, I do believe that it is very special. In fact, Animoka, as of January of 2022, was valued at approximately $5 billion. Animoka is a massive company. And here's the thing. I also do believe that Animoka has the right leadership. If we take a look at the co-founder of Animoka Brands, he is a guy by the name of Yat Sui. And Yat Sui, by the way, is an Austrian angel investor and entrepreneur with extensive business experience. Yat Sui is the real deal in my opinion. Furthermore, in 2022, from the months January to April, Animoka generated over $573 million in revenue. So really, any way I view it, I do believe that Animoka is truly something special. And I think that Animoka could very well lead Sandbox to insane heights moving forward. I believe that Animoka is doing very well financially, and also on top of that, I believe that they have the right leadership. So overall, when I consider just how spectacular Sandbox is, I do not see why its utility token called Sand won't go to the price of at least $20 during the next bull run. And even though that isn't financial advice, I do believe that something this amazing could very well reach high prices during the next bull run. And one of the major factors, in my opinion, which could very well allow Sand to reach the price of $20 during the next bull run, is the fact that I do believe that the next bull run could potentially be so legendary. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Currently, there's over 420 million people around the globe owning cryptocurrencies. And what this indicates right here is that there's more people than ever before, as of right now, owning cryptocurrencies in history, which I think is very amazing. And to just give this number some context, when we take a look back around 2 years ago, during that massive bull run in 2021, there was only roughly around 300 million people owning cryptocurrencies. However, you fast forward to today, there is over 420 million. So just imagine this. If the 2021 bull run looked massive with only roughly around 300 million people, just imagine how massive the next bull run could potentially be, especially now that we have over 420 million. When you have that many people owning cryptocurrencies, the amount of FOMO, buying pressure, and buying volume could very well be through the roof during the next bull run. And during the next bull run, I do believe that Bitcoin could very well go to the price of at least $100,000. I strongly do believe that. And I think if that were to happen, I think the altcoin season at that point is going to be absolutely insane. I think it's going to be ridiculous. And I do believe that during the next bull run, as altcoins start rallying, I think so will fundamentally amazing cryptocurrencies, much like Sand. I think Sand is going to go along with the ride. So overall, when I consider the potential of the metaverse industry, when I consider Animoka Brands' amazing leadership and fundamentals, when I consider just how fundamentally spectacular Sandbox is, and last but not least, when I consider just how massive the next bull run could hypothetically be, I truly do believe that during the next bull run, Sand could very well potentially go to the price of $20. However, keep in mind that is not an invitation to buy, sell, or trade cryptos, and that is not a guarantee. However, with that being said, I am extremely bullish on the future of Sandbox, and I think that Sand could very well surprise a lot of people during the next bull run. And if you want to check out a very interesting video, make sure to go ahead and click on this thumbnail right here. It's a very fantastic video, and I think you all would really love it.